Oh, I got some good updates now. So I reached out to the Mesa Police Department for the fourth time, and I gave the dispatcher a hard time and basically said, look, you keep coming up with all these excuses for these officers not returning my phone call when it's been almost 3 weeks. I've left the information, who I am, the police report, what it's about, and they asked me if I was Patrick. I said, Patrick's in jail. Hell no, I'm not Patrick. I'm Nolan. And the speakers that kid stole, allegedly, which he admits to shit, were mine. So I've talked to one very unprofessional dispatcher. I got to a second one, which was a lady. She was pretty decent, but Let's Go Brandon was the one that was giving me the hard time. I'll give you his information. He needs to be put on the blast too, so everybody can see how these people act. These people are unprofessional, man. There's no wonder Patrick had a hard time. So Officer Brandon 25586 is very rude and unprofessional. He needs to be fired immediately. That's my 2 cents. The phone call was made to him November the 1st at 12:22. So he's very unprofessional. And finally, he gets me to, I guess he immediately calls another person. I said, listen, are you in the headquarters? Yeah. So you got officers surrounding you? Well, yeah. I said, go get one. I said, I don't care who it is. I need to speak to a person, not a telephone system. So I got a lady. She was very professional. And she listened, and I said, don't interrupt me. Let me talk. Let me finish what I'm saying. Don't interrupt me. Let me finish. You work for the public. I'm the public. All right, so, and I said, I got the First Amendment right to talk. So let me speak. And I talked, and I told her I needed the Officer Sensabaugh to return my phone call, and that I've called him 3 times, and he's not returned my phone call. So immediately after I hang up the phone with her, I get a phone call, restricted number. And I told him, I said, I've been in communications for 37 years. Don't bullshit me. I can prove you're lying. So Sensabaugh says, hey, man, I've called you 5 times. Oh, really? He tells me he's called me 5 times and this and that, and he says, well, who are you and what are you calling about? I said, hang on a minute. Did you not just tell me you called me 5 times? What are you calling me for if you don't know what I'm calling about? Why are you calling me? You just said I left you a message and you've tried to return my phone call 5 times. Well, I found out that was a lie. His Sergeant George, GEORGE, badge number 17283 of the Mesa Police Department, said that he's only called 1 time. 1 fucking time. Not 5. And he's never left a message. Never. Never. So there is no messages on my voicemail. He's never called. He's never called me, period. And I can prove that. They said once. Well, there's communication problems. And listen, their phone system down there is horrible. It does exactly like I said. And I explained that to the sergeant. I said, do you know this? Do you know when you call your 911 operations, you can't even hear your asses? Do you know that? I didn't. I said, well, yeah, it's bad. Trust me, you got a jitter issue. which is talking Chinese to them. So I said, I want you to get me back in touch with Sensabaugh, but Sensabaugh laughed at the situation. He literally started laughing. And I asked him, what's so funny? I said, what's so funny? And this is not funny. Those speakers were a kid's birthday present, which is one of my best friend's child. and he's a damn good kid. So I said, put yourself in that kid's situation, or if it was your child, if it was your little girl or little boy that wanted a speaker system or something for, or whatever it might be for them, and it gets stolen by someone, and you know who it is, and nobody's doing anything about it. How would you feel? And Mr. George, Sergeant George said, yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to call Sensabaugh now, and I'm going to have a meeting with my guys tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, they're going to get them a little earful that you respect people on the fucking telephone. Yeah. And I already told him, I said, I've already contacted the Attorney General's office about this. Yeah. Josh Stein, I said, that's the Attorney General here in North Carolina, which he doesn't do a good job either. That's why nothing's been done. I said, the next phone call will be to the Attorney General in Arizona. And I said, Mr. George, you can Google my name. I'm not the guy to be playing games with. I said, look at the attorney that pulled a gun on me and my father and my son. He's not an attorney anymore. And the Attorney General, look, I got them on hotline. I can tell you that right now. And the news. So if you don't want the local news here to get involved to contact your local news, I suggest y'all do something about this. He says that Zachary is a suspect that they're going to talk to, and they're trying to locate him. Yeah. And I said, so it's took you 3 weeks to find a kid in Arizona that goes to base meets all the time. You can't find him. He disappeared. They don't take things seriously until you get bigger names involved. And I said, look, guy, I can make this very hard or very easy. So, and I already told him I put YouTube videos up. I said, I've already done YouTube videos. You can go on there and look, because when I do a YouTube video, it's factual. It's facts. It ain't made up stories. So go look at it. I don't care. They act like they don't even know that Patrick even put out a video. I said, the kid is literally arguing on YouTube with the guy he supposedly stole from, the owner of the shop, admitting to stealing the shit. I said, I hate to tell you though, the speakers, 2 of them were mine. They were my speakers for a kid that I paid for, $600. I want my $600 back. That's what I want. I said, and on top of that, now I see how Patrick's had such a rough time with you guys. I told him, I said, I don't know Patrick personally. I just know Patrick from what he does and communications before, not talking on the phone and shit like that. I just know Patrick. I don't know him personally. I've never met him in person, ever. But he's never lied to me, ever. And I told him that too. I said, this guy, you think I'm him, and he's in jail right now in your police department. You mean to tell me you don't know this? I said, man, this is all over YouTube for everybody to see. And I'm going to put all of you out in the public spotlight because you deserve it. You're not doing your job. I did tell him, I said, I hate it for police officers. Hey, I do. That's the job you chose. I said, but I have to deal with the same shit, and I don't carry a gun around on my side when I do my job. No. And hey, listen. Officers are nowhere near in danger like I'm in danger. Hell no. No, not even close. So they should be glad they get to carry a weapon on them all the time. Absolutely. It looks like Zachary Anderson is the one that's the suspect that they seemingly can't find who he is they can't find him. He is the person they need to talk to. So he's going to get drug in there now. I'll guarantee you that. They're going to pull him in there for real and talk to him instead of they thought this was going to disappear. It's not going to disappear. I told him, I said, have Mr. Sensabaugh call me back. And it's been this long already. I've not got one phone call back. But I'm going to record our conversation. Let's see if he gets nicer this time. Because he wanted to laugh about it. So evidently, to me, he sounds like a young punk police officer. A real young one. Yep. When I told him he's talking to a grown-ass man, his attitude changed a little bit. But I had literally hung up on him and said, I need to talk to your boss because your boss is calling right now. And I did. That's how it's going to go. I don't know how Patrick handles things in Arizona, but in North Carolina, Nolan handles it a different way. And I'm going to make sure that these police officers, they get addressed by their higher ups, except Mr. George. Mr. George, I think he knows they fucked up. I think he does. I think he knows. Mr. George, badge number 17283, knows his officers are not doing their job. And he said to me on the phone, I'm going to talk to them tomorrow morning. We're going to have a meeting that these guys need to know how to talk to the public. And he said he was going to contact the 911 services to find out what's wrong with their phone system. I said, I appreciate that. So he is taking it seriously. And the dispatch group does not take things seriously. They try to talk over you. It's terrible. Only one of them was professional. One. The rest sucked. And I'm keeping it real. You guys know I tell the truth. You guys take care. Have a good day. I'll keep you updated. This is what's going on. This is what's happening in that community. And I do believe they are giving Patrick some home cooking. That's just my opinion. Hopefully they get this kid questioned and they look at this stuff that's on YouTube and they can flat out see where this kid is admitting to stealing the stuff and selling it on OfferUp for $140. You guys take care. Have a good day. See you.